when I lost the election, my friends just told me that, you know what, bro, you are bigger than this thing. But I'm sorry to, I mean, it's just something that is it's fact, but and they were just able to like, put me through because one thing that I just held when I lost the election was, Bolu, you have to stay relevant.
Hi guys, welcome to LASU Uncovered special edition. My name is Ayo Oladiran and today I have with me a special guest, Boluwatife Oluwole, popularly known as Bad Uncle. Welcome to LASU Uncovered.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So my first question, why the name Bad Uncle?
I mean, like, to begin with, I think everyone asks me that question and it's just always funny because before I got into LASU, I was popularly known as Boluwatife, right? And I'm into project management and event planning and all that. So, I mean, when you're very good at something, right? And then your guys are just always alien that, guy, you're too bad, you're too bad. And then aside from that, I always give off this projection of someone's uncle, so just put bad uncle, and then I mean it was cool at that time, so I just decided to like start using it. It's nothing serious, but that's
So you said it was cool at that time. Is it no longer cool or it's still cool?
I mean, the word bad in this country, I mean the country is already bad, and then you're now bad uncle. People just look at you as one unserious person, but at the same time, like I said, it's not that deep, but it's just a name that is, I mean, quite fascinating to people that I cannot change at this point. So yeah, that's it.
Well, like, has there been any way that the name affected your brand? Like, you go somewhere and they're like, oh, that kind of name, no, you're not working with it.
I mean, as a person, I have this mantra. I really don't care about what other people think, first of all, and I have this perception of life that because someone is doing something bad does not make the person a bad person. At the end of this, just the person's interest, right? I might decide to do something bad. I might not be doing it because I'm a bad person, but I have that interest of doing it. So I don't think it really matters to me as long as I'm not actually a bad person. It's just bad. That's just how it is for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now you are someone who is very, very interested in politics. What was you held the FASA social director position. What was the experience like for you first off?
Well, I mean, the experience was very good because, I mean, before I emerged as the social director of Faculty of Arts, I've always had this passion for planning stuff and having that social brand. And I mean, I wanted to contest for, I mean, social director of my department, History and International Studies, but it didn't just work out. So I just decided, let me just go for Faculty of Arts, and it did. And to be very honest, being the social director of Faculty of Arts actually has changed my life because I've been able to like relearn and unlearn so many things about how the social life on campus like really works, and I've been able to like put that in my life as a person today. So yeah, that's just it.
Interesting. Now, as the social director of the Faculty of Arts Student Association, you had a wedding party, like an O&B edition. What was it like? Because it was very, very grand and people kept talking about it. What was the process like? Was the results what you expected?
I mean, okay, so I don't know how to answer questions like this because I think my life is just very simple. I just have ideas. Like, I feel like I just always have these ideas and I always want to break beyond barriers. I mean, before I thought about the wedding party, I observed the way the LASU social space works, right? Just almost as if every social director's administration comes with this whole Mr. and Miss pageantry and all that. And to be very honest, I mean, 100 level, I contested for Mr. Fasa and Mr. LASU, and I held like a reputable position, a title rather. So when I got into the system, I saw that this thing is boring now. Every time Mr. and Mrs. this. So first semester, I actually did Mr. and Miss Fasa pressure, but I decided to, add a little bit of spice to it because I'm known for adding spice. I mean, that's why they call me Bad Uncle. But I decided to make it like a Bridgerton love story, because I think that is something that is captivating to students, because I mean a lot of students must have seen Bridgerton, right? So I decided to like do that my first semester. Then second semester I became clueless on what to do, because I decided that, you know what, I'm actually not going to do Mr. and Miss Fasa again, because it's just very cliche. I mean, every time Mr. and Miss Fasa. So I mean, I presented the idea of the wedding party to my team members, and they loved it. So I mean, with the limited resources and everything in the faculty, I just decided that, you know what, let me just give it a try. What's the worst, I mean, terrible thing that will possibly happen? And then we started the whole process of, you know, drawing up a whole concept and, you know, starting afresh. And I mean, came out well. And I can boldly say that I'm the first social director on campus that would host a fake wedding party, like as part of, you know, as part of an activity on campus. So that's just it for me.
Quite interesting. So now you succeeded at FASA and decided, okay, let's take it up to LASU. And then the LASU journey was one of the, I don't know, toughest we've seen in a while. What was the entire experience like for you?
For Lasusu, I was having fun, right? I mean, I don't think I'll call myself a politician. I'm just someone that is passionate about bringing change and all that. So, and you know, Lasusu for me was just that. You know what? Let me do after FASA. What was next? Do I want to keep on doing like parties and all that? I wanted like to, you know, bring my ideas to like a bigger scale, right? So before I had the courage to come out for Lasusu, I mean, it took a lot for me, because I'm someone that likes to just do his own thing. I don't like to be out there, because I just like to be low key. But no, I just said let me just try it. I mean, I lost, but I'm happy I actually contested, because if I did not contest for Lasusu, I don't think I'll have any opportunity I have today, because I think Lasusu just gave me that platform to leverage on. And I must say that it was it was a beautiful experience for me, and I loved everything, even though I lost, but I loved the whole process and everything. Yeah.
Talking about platforms, you recently emerged as a Lagos State Youth Ambassador for the Ikeja division.
Yeah.
I understand that you went through a rigorous process of selection, training, and now you're a youth ambassador. Did you expect that you're actually going to be chosen as a youth ambassador?
I mean, you know, okay, so I don't think I've said this on air before, but Lasusu took a lot for me, like mentally, I mean, and physically and financially, just everything.
Hi, this is Carbohydrate.
Hi, this is Beam Fashion. Hi, I'm your dad chef.
I am Jacob.
Hi, I'm Riri's Kitchen. Hi, I'm Shay.
I am La Debbie. I am Ashake. I am Kulake. I am David.
You name it. So when I lost the election, you know, when you lose an election, you are like in this storming stage of your life that, okay, I just lost this big election. What is next? Like, what am I going to fall back on? Like, I mean, I host parties and all that, but aside from that, I'm always someone that, since I got into, I mean, Lagos State University, I'm always holding one position or the other. So when I lost LASU, I'm like, I just thought about that. I think it is high time I leave this space, because I think I've been able to learn a lot from LASU, and I think I'm in a position whereby I want to explore beyond the LASU environment. So I applied for the Ibile Youth Academy, right? And I had the same mindset I had for LASU, because I didn't make it a big deal. I just decided that, you know what, let me just apply. Like, I contested for LASU election and I lost. And I'm like, if I don't get this one again, something better would come. So I applied. I mean, over 3,000 or more or thereabouts youths in Lagos State applied for it. Then there you have it. I got selected as top 100 in the Ikeja division. When I got selected out of 100. I was like, okay, it's going. So I got into the divisional training and I just put in my very best. And I'm just grateful for LASU space, because everything I was able to like do during the selection process was something I learned as a student. Like I just learned all these things in LASU, and I'm very grateful for that. And I was able to like practicalize everything, and I made top 10 out of 100 and something youth in Ikeja. I made top 10, and I mean, here you have it. I'm now a Lagos State Youth Ambassador, representing Ikeja. So I think it was a very beautiful experience. I didn't see it coming, but I just decided to like just do it. That what will happen if I don't get it, and I got it. So that's just how.
Now, you spoke about how the last elections affected you mentally. What would you say helped you get out of that particular phase?
I mean, my friends and my political leaders, right? When I lost the election, my friends just told me that, you know what, bro, you are bigger than this thing. But I'm sorry to say, I mean, it's just something that is fact. But and they were just able to like put me through, because one thing that I just held when I lost the election was, Bolu, you have to stay relevant. I am big on staying relevant, because the moment I lose my relevance, then I don't think that is the only and I don't think there's anything that'll happen again. So I think being relevant has just shaped my head that whenever I lose something, I need to find something that would make me relevant again. And that is what the LASU election taught me. When I lost, I was like, you know what, I have to stay relevant. And my friends, my family, I mean, and God, I mean, without God, I think I always like try to put God first in everything I do. So I think everything was just smooth for me. And it was just almost as if I didn't even lose any election, because the mindset I had coming in and losing the election is still the same mindset I have. So that's just it for me.
Now, there's this one last question I always like to ask my guests. How do you balance all these social activities, holding positions, and still your academics, and trying to stay on top of everything at the same time?
I'm a very blunt person, to be very honest. When I wanted to go for Faculty of Arts Social Director, right? I'm close to some of my lecturers, and they put this task on me that, see, if you don't get to this certain point in your GP, we're not going to allow you contest. And I think that was what motivated me, that, you know what, I have passion for these things aside from academics, and this is something I want to do. So that made me just try to put in my very best, and that was just what helped me. And I always tell people that like ask me for advice, that how do you balance your social life, your political life, and your academic life? I feel like you just have to set your goals, like know what you want to do. Do you understand? Just set your goals. Once you plan, I mean, there's something I always tell people, that when you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And you need to make hay while the sun shines. So that's just what I've been trying to do. And trust me, it is not easy at all. It is not easy, because when you are choosing a particular goal, the other priority, which is your academics, it will always fall. What matters is how you are able to just struggle and make it stand again. So that's just what I would say. You understand? Even if LIDC will show you shaggy, but you just have to like put in your very best to thrive. So that's just it for me. Yeah.
All right, then you have it, guys, from the one and only Bado. Even if LIDC will show you shaggy, you still have to try your best. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.